Excuse me, Abdul? Where the heck did you disappear to? Why did you go home despite still having work to do? Abdul!
Hey, Zoe. Sorry for the late reply. I was pretty sure I finished all my work for today. Did I miss something?
Yes, the job I asked you to do.
Huh?
I can't believe you went home without even touching it. I have to submit those files by the end of today, you know.
Wait, what? The job you asked me to do? I'm not sure I know what you mean. When was this?
I left it on your desk at about 5:40 p.m.
Zoe? That's after the end of my shift. I leave the office every day at 5:35.
What? Are you telling me you went home despite still having work to do?
I got all my work done comfortably on time today. In fact, I was pretty pleased not to have any overtime for a change.
What are you saying? How could you have gotten all your work done comfortably when there's a big fat pile of documents still sitting on your desk?
There's hardly anything I can do about work I got assigned after I went home. Anyway, this job you're talking about? Judging from the fact the deadline's today and you put it on my desk after I'd gone home, I can only assume that either the manager responsible for assigning it either forgot about it, or it was your job to begin with, which you forgot about, and upon realizing at the last minute, panicked, and tried palming it off on me like you always do. Well, am I right? Which one is it? The latter, I'm guessing?
How rude!
Whether you think it's rude or not, it's the truth, isn't it? Go on, can I get some honesty out of you for a change? You spent all your time at work playing around on your phone or fiddling with your nails. It's not an exaggeration to say I've literally never seen you work for more than 5 minutes. Which is probably why you never end up making deadlines on time and palm your projects off onto me. Not only that, but you have this strange habit of giving me stuff right before it's due for submission, so I hardly ever have a chance of getting it done on time. I hate to say this, but this kind of feels like harassment. Do you have some kind of grudge against me? On the few occasions I did have time to do one of your jobs, you invariably took the credit for my work. I find your behavior jaw-dropping, to be honest.
Oh, button it already, would you? I'm sick of your whiny attitude. Forget all that. The bottom line here is that the section manager expects to see those files on his desk first thing tomorrow morning. If you don't want to cause everyone at the office problems and jeopardize your already very weak position at this company, I suggest you get to work.
Why don't you do it yourself?
I have important business to attend to right now, so I can't. Get back to the office and get to work. Now!
You gotta be joking! I just got home!
Well, you had better make sure you set your alarm clock nice and early so you can get to the office before everyone else and get it done then.
I'm pretty sure you need permission from one of the higher-ups to go into the office early. Can't just do it as you please.
Oh, don't worry. I just messaged him.
Huh?
I told the section manager about how you ran crying to me begging for help. Because you forgot to complete the documents he urgently needs to see on his desk first thing tomorrow.
What the heck? Why would you do that? That's a lie!
Actually, thanks to me thoughtfully and conscientiously filling him in on a situation like this, you now have permission to go in early tomorrow, which means it's now officially your job. You're welcome.
Just hold on a minute.
Apparently, all the bigwigs from Company HQ in New York will be coming down to look at these documents tomorrow. So I think it's about time you pulled your socks up, Abdul. If you don't do a good job here, it'll go down as your mistake, and whatever damage the company suffers as a result will be on you.
Fine. I'll be at the office first thing.
Finally, you're behaving like a mature adult. It took some time, but I'm pleased you saw sense in the end.
Zoe, please. I have to ask you to stop doing this. Make sure that this is the last time you palm any of your projects off on me, okay? I'm only a temp employee, so there's no guarantee I'm gonna be at this company forever. Eventually, you could find yourself without anyone to run to when you're struggling. And then what?
On the contrary, I'm a full-time regular employee at this company, and a highly respected one at that. So if you dare to defy me, I could see to it that your contract gets terminated at the drop of a hat.
Excuse me?
Basically, you're my servant, you filthy agency temp. You will serve and assist me to the best of your ability during your time here. You will bend over backwards to make sure all of my needs, wants, and momentary whims are satisfied completely. It would be in your best interests to stop talking back to me from now on. I think you know why, don't you, Abdul? Good boy.
Good evening, Abdul. Is now a good time? Hello, Mr. Rollins. Sure, what can I do for you? Apologies. I try to avoid contacting staff out of work hours if I can, but I wanted to talk to you as soon as I could. That's okay. What's up? It's about the documents you came into the office early this morning to put together. I see. Was there some kind of mistake? Did I miss something important? Not at all. Just the opposite, in fact. The opposite? So you might have heard about all the top brass from company HQ coming down today to take a look at the documents. After they did, they requested to see some of your previous work. So I had my secretary send them a portfolio of everything you've done during your time here. To quote the CEO directly, for someone talented enough to compile documents this precise and easy to understand not to be a full employee at my company would be criminal. I've never seen anyone so emotionally moved while looking at business documents before. Everyone agreed, and they said they'd like to meet you. What do you think? Wow, well, I mean, strictly speaking, it's an interview. If it goes well, you could be given a long-term contract and become one of our regular employees. What do you say? I'd be honored to. Wow, thank you so much. Fantastic. I'll be in touch when I receive the schedule. Got it. Thanks again, boss.
Hey, Abdul, when the hell are you going to be coming back to the office? I heard you took a week's vacation. I don't know how the hell you pulled that one off. But anyway, my work piled up like crazy while you were gone. I have so much to do, you wouldn't believe. I'm practically buried here. Not just that, but a good chunk of it is due for submission later today. I hope you know that if you don't hurry up and get here soon, there's a good chance you'll be taking the fall for any missed deadlines, and your reputation at this company will be in tatters.
Huh? Zoe?
Who else would it be? Who do you think you are, taking an entire week off as an agency temp? I can only assume your vacation got approved due to some kind of error. Anyway, I have 10 projects due for submission before this afternoon. See to it that those get completed first. They're all on your desk waiting for you. Get to the office pronto.
Listen, Zoe, there's something you should know. I don't work in that office anymore.
Huh? Now that you mention it, I did think it was weird that your desk was totally empty. Wait, no way. Did you get laid off before your temp contract ended?
Nope. I'm a regular employee as of today.
What the fuck?
The reason I've been off for the last week is because I've been moving house. I've been super busy with everything.
Moving house?
Yep, as of today, I work at Company HQ in New York as a fully fledged regular employee.
What? You, a regular employee? And seriously, Company HQ? How? That's impossible. How could this happen? What did you do? Did you bribe someone?
Bribe someone? You can actually be funny sometimes. I wonder if you remember. It all began 3 months ago. Remember that time you palmed off a bunch of documents on me and I had to come into the office at 3 a.m. to get them done and on the boss's desk in time? You messaged him and got me permission to go in early, right? Remember?
Well, yes, I remember, but what of it?
Apparently, the bigwigs from HQ were really impressed because of how precise and easy to understand they were. They requested the boss approach me about becoming a regular employee. And, well, that's it. Here we are.
This can't be.
I heard they did some kind of announcement in the office group chat just before I got officially hired.
It was in the group chat? I didn't see that.
Interesting. So you don't really check it then, huh?
Anyway, more importantly, I need you to hurry up and get these 10 projects done. I'll be in major trouble if you don't.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
Why not?
Because I work at HQ in New York now.
What does that have to do with anything? You can't just leave us with a pile of unfinished work on your desk. Take some responsibility for once.
I took care of everything I had to take care of before I left. All I's dotted, all T's crossed, I assure you. I have no unfinished business there. Arrangements to bring in my replacement have also been made. I made sure to confirm it with both Mr. Rollins and the head manager before I left, so there's no doubt about it.
Well, you left behind some of my work. It hasn't even been started, and the deadline's today.
Yes, that's my point. The key word here being your work. Maybe it's time you took some responsibility for once. It's finally time to stand on your own 2 feet, Zoe. I warned you this would happen eventually.
Hey, you traitor. Where are the documents I asked you to get done and submitted before noon?
Excuse me?
I asked you to complete 10 projects, so you must have at least got 2 or 3 done by now. Just give me the stuff you've finished already. Anything will do, please.
I obviously haven't done any.
Excuse me, but I emailed you all the files.
You emailed them?
Everyone would have found out you were doing my work if I put them on the cloud, so I sent all the files and detailed completion specifications by email instead. Don't tell me you didn't even look.
That's right, I didn't look. I just checked my inbox and it looks like you never even sent me anything in the first place.
No way. I did. I so did. I just double-checked your email address. I most definitely did send you those files. Don't lie to me just because you can't be bothered to do them, you coward.
If by any chance, did you send them to the mail address I used back when I was a temporary agency employee?
Huh? The email address from when you were a temp?
I'm a regular employee working at HQ now, which means as of today, I'm the proud owner of a shiny new official company email address.
Huh?
They told me during my briefing this morning that I wouldn't be able to access the old email address I used back when I was a temp because it's getting deactivated. Was there no error message?
Error message? There was some kind of pop-up when I sent it, but I don't know anything about that stuff. Do I look like some kind of tech support nerd? Fine, just hurry up and tell me your new email address. Quick, we don't have much time.
We? You're cracking me up here, Zoe. Anyway, you can find my new email address on my profile page on the company's site. However, I won't be doing your work even if you send me it, so you may as well not bother.
That's not good enough. I need you to do it. No, you have to do it. I won't make my deadlines if you don't help me.
Guess what? I just had my boss contact your sales manager.
Huh? My sales manager? Why?
I had him inform your boss that one of the employees in his office is attempting to palm off their work onto an employee at HQ.
No way. You did what? How dare you, you miserable little agency temp! Know your place, vermin!
Seems like you forgot, but allow me to gently remind you that as of today, I am in fact a regular employee. Anyway, I think it's probably for the best you don't look down your nose at agency temps from now on, Zoe. More than that, you absolutely need to make sure you stop treating them like your personal servants and making absurd demands of them every time you're struggling with something. Because the truth is, there are countless people at this company who are more intelligent, hardworking, and better at their jobs than you, agency temp or otherwise.
How dare you be so insolent towards me!
I really don't think someone who's incapable of completing even her most basic job responsibilities, like checking the office group chat every now and then, or recognizing errors when sending mails, is in any position to be speaking to me like that.
Oh, just shut up and do my work already! How many times do I have to tell you we have 10 projects to get done by the end of today?
It's true. You sure do love repeating yourself. I'm sure you'll come up with something, though. Good luck!
Not good luck. I'm saying you have to help me. There's no way I can get through all this on my own.
This is what you get for slacking on the naive assumption someone else would always be around to pick up the pieces.
You're not helping here. I'm begging you.
Goodbye. I heard afterwards that somehow or another, with the combined efforts of the entire sales team, they managed to complete the whopping 10 projects, which had piled up beyond levels never seen before on time, handing the last one in with barely seconds to go. When they did, Zoe said,
Wow, isn't it amazing what you guys can do when you put your minds to it? Make sure tomorrow's work gets done too.
Unbelievably, she actually had the nerve to continue going home on time when guaranteed overtime had become a daily reality for every single one of her colleagues due to her laziness. Needless to say, everyone in the office was furious with her. I heard she was summoned into the head manager's office, where she was mercilessly chewed out by him and the sales manager in a grueling ordeal lasting over an hour. However, Zoe, still somehow not understanding why virtually the entire company was angry with her, started sulking, and in her pettiness decided not to go into work the next day. She was, of course, fired. Last I heard, she was going from one job to the next, unable to hold one down for long due to her abrasive personality, becoming increasingly despondent with every switch. Now, my sources tell me she lives in her mom's basement, and her transformation into a full-blown neat shut-in is complete.
Hey, Sophia. What's going on? Cassandra, I was just trying to get a hold of one of you guys. I'm at the meeting spot, but there's no one here. What? Are you still half asleep? What are you talking about? We left already because you didn't show up at the meeting spot. Huh? The meeting spot was the car park in front of the East Park, right? I arrived here 15 minutes earlier than the agreed time. East Park? What are you talking about? It was West Park, you dummy. West Park. What? Wow, Sophia, what are we gonna do with you? I can't believe it. You went in the complete opposite direction. Aw, did you get your east and west mixed up? Let me explain. East is where the sun rises, and west is where the sun sets. Do you understand now? Come on, I obviously know that. But it was me and my husband who designated East Park as the meeting spot because we're the ones who arranged the minibus to come. There's no way I'd get it wrong. Yeah, whatever. That's not important. What matters is that everyone apart from you went to West Park. So no matter what you say, you're the one who's wrong. What the? Don't try and pin your mistake on the rest of us, Sophia. Besides, to think the person who arranged the trip and scheduled the minibus would cancel on us at the last minute? How awful! On today of all days when our whole group of mom friends are going out together, kids and all, because Elena and her family are moving away, after all that work that went into planning it? Even though it was your husband who went to the trouble of booking the minibus, my brother and Ada's husband had no choice but to rush out in their cars on short notice to pick us up so we wouldn't all be left stranded. I hope you know you'll be paying for the gasoline and toll booth fees as punishment for your shameful last-minute cancellation. What the hell? Anyways, that concludes your explanation as to why you're all on your own, but don't worry. I'll enjoy the luxury villa and buffet on your behalf. No, I'm going to make my way to where you guys are. What? Actually, we'd rather you didn't. Why not? This holiday isn't possible without me. Don't be so self-important. What you mean is that you think you're the leader of all the moms in our friend group. Ew, so gross. I really hate it when people like you let things go to their heads. You've gotten way too big for your boots, Sophia. That's not what I meant at all. Yeah, in any case, all of the moms are here in agreement. We have no intention of associating with someone who cancels on us at the last minute ever again. Sorry, sweetie. Looks like you're out of a friend group. What the? But don't worry. I'll be taking on the responsibility of group leader from here on out. See ya! Sophia, it's me, Ada. Oh, hey, Ada. Sorry we left without you. It's okay. I'm sorry I didn't make it to the meeting point on time. Cassandra was rushing us like a woman possessed. She wouldn't stop insisting that we leave, so we pulled onto the highway. But you can still make it, right? Yes, of course. My husband's already on his way out in the car. Got it. Phew. I'm really pleased you're still able to make it. Shall we all meet up at a service area or something? No, it's fine. I'd feel awful having you all wait around for me. I'd rather you just went on first. I'll message you when I arrive, and we can meet up then. Got it. But what actually happened today? Everyone was super shocked when they heard you didn't show up at the meeting point without getting in touch. We were all worried something might have happened to you. No, I'm fine. You see, I was waiting at the car park in front of the East Park. Huh? East Park? I got a message from Cassandra as I stood waiting on my own, wondering where everyone was. She got mad at me and said the meeting place was the West Park. I wonder if I made a mistake and told everyone West Park instead of East. Wait a second. We all got a message from Cassandra beforehand saying that the meeting spot had changed from East Park to West Park. What? Not just that, but it was literally at the last minute, right before we left the house. She said, "In light of the sudden change, I've been left in charge of sending out the messages and ensuring everyone's aware of the situation." And then, when we finally made it to the West Park, she flipped out and said it all happened because you canceled on us at the last minute. I didn't do that. I never asked Cassandra to do that either. I thought so, because this holiday wouldn't be possible without you in the first place, right? Of course. I did try to contact you, but she just yelled, "What's wrong? Don't you trust me?" and knocked the phone out of my hand. Thinking it couldn't be helped, we left without you. But even still, all the moms were talking about how they thought there was something really weird about what Cassandra was claiming had happened, which is why I'm messaging you now while she can't see me. Wow, I see. I wonder what exactly she's trying to accomplish here. What's Cassandra doing now? She's traveling in another car at the moment. She said she'd get her brother to come out in his car when you didn't show, so she's with him now. The rest of the other moms and their families, including myself, are currently in my husband's minivan, which he's driving. Cassandra's son is in the minivan with us too. Oh, really? There were some issues with carrying capacity between Cassandra's brother's car and my husband's minivan, but all the other kids are here with us, and it would have been unfair to her son to have him travel alone without any of his friends. I see. So everyone's traveling in 2 vehicles then? That's right. I'm showing these messages to the other moms as we speak. Everyone thinks Cassandra's acting really weird. Does that mean they're not all mad because they think I canceled at the last minute? They don't think that. You worked so hard to plan every minor detail of this holiday for us. We all know that and are really grateful for you, Sophia. Don't worry. I'm glad. Cassandra's the one who went interfering with things and messing the whole plan up. It's not like any of us were even good friends with her in the first place. After she told us you wouldn't be coming this morning, she suddenly started acting like she was in charge of everyone. Even when I told her I'd arranged for my husband to come out with the van, she started ordering me around like she was my boss or something. To be honest, I found it quite revolting. Wow, seriously? I can't believe it. It looks like we're about to enter a service area for some coffee and a bite to eat. Let's see if we can't probe a little into what the hell that woman's up to. If we find anything out, I'll message you straight away. Okay, thank you. Hey, Sophia! So, just now, me and the girls stopped off at a service station and all ate ice cream together. Apparently, this place is famous for its ice cream, and it was so delicious. Oh, poor Sophia. If only you hadn't canceled on us at the last minute. You could have enjoyed these fun times with us on the road, too. Aw, sucks to be you. It really is such a shame. Cassandra? Oh, wow. I didn't think you'd actually have the nerve to reply to me. When you say you stopped off at a service area, that means you've been traveling on the highway, right? Yeah, that's right. Me and the other moms in the car are getting on like a house on fire. We're having a blast, Sophia. It's such a riot here. I was just about to message you, actually. Why? I've been speaking to the other moms, and we're thinking of changing the destination. What? Can we have your opinion, please, Cassandra? What are you talking about? There's no way we're changing the destination. Are you sure about that? Listen to me, Sophia. There's something you need to know. Huh? You have no place in this friendship group anymore. Even if you did meet up with us after all this time, everyone would be so disgusted with you for what you did that, you're better off not bothering. Is that so? But don't get the wrong idea. I'm not warning you to be mean. I'm warning you out of kindness. I'm probably the only one in this group kind enough to take you to task on your laziness and poor attitude, so you do well to listen to what I have to say. Anyways, see ya. Sophia, answer! Sophia, pick up now! Yes, Cassandra? What can I do for you? We just arrived at the villa, but the minivan with everyone else in it that was right behind our car until now isn't here. Huh? I've been messaging everyone to try and figure out where they went, but no one's replying. My son's in that minivan. Are you involved in this somehow? I mean, you're asking me if I'm involved, but I did ask you earlier, didn't I? About changing the destination? What? Everyone else was happy with it and got on board with my suggestion right away. But since you were insistent on sticking with the original plan, we just decided to leave you to it. So the minivan with everyone else pulled off at a junction earlier to head on to the new destination. What? I didn't know anything about this. And what about my son? You can't take my son from me like this. This is kidnapping, you know. Kidnapping. That's strange. You should have had a message from your husband explaining the situation by now. Huh? My husband? Yes, your husband. Huh? Wait, no way. That message I got before dinner? He said he wouldn't be joining us for the holiday, but he must have had some kind of objective. Because apparently he's been following you in a rental car this whole time. What? No way. He messaged me around 10 a.m. to tell me what he was doing. And he sent me a thumbs up when I told him we'd changed destinations, so he was fully aware. Which is why your son's with your husband now. So you have absolutely no need to worry. Wait a second. What the... By the way, Cassandra? What? Where do you plan on sleeping tonight? Oh yeah. Isn't this a bit wasteful of you guys to go changing the destination all of a sudden like this, after all the planning that went into it? Wasteful? There's a huge luxury villa right in front of me as I write this message. There's no way I'm not staying here after coming all this way. Well, you see, Cassandra. Don't worry, I'll enjoy it to the fullest on you guys' behalf, since you all decided not to come. I have the key to the villa. What? I did tell you when I was coming up with the holiday plan, didn't I? That's one of the villas my cousin owns. What? Wait a sec. By any chance, when you said this holiday wouldn't be possible without you, is this what you meant? Yes, that's right. And I heard this from the other moms too. But the whole thing with the misunderstanding with the meeting spot and the accusations of the last-minute cancellations were all part of your scheme, weren't they? What do you mean? I found out what you did because the other moms in the minivan messaged me. They thought something weird was going on and were concerned about where I was. In the unlikely event that I wasn't able to come along for the holiday for some reason, the plan was to entrust the key to the villa to Ada, who also knows my cousin. However, you claimed that I simply didn't show up at the meeting spot without contacting anyone. At that point, everyone could see the glaring holes in your story and started to suspect something fishy was going on. Which is why not a single person in the group believed you when you said I'd pulled out last minute. To be honest, Cassandra, I have no idea why you did this. But when I explained everything to my cousin, he was absolutely furious. To quote his message, "There's no way I'm letting a scheming nutjob like that in my villa." So, as well as changing the destination, he very kindly invited us to another one of his villas, so none of us would have to associate with you any further. Which obviously meant that a condition of staying at the new place is that we didn't bring you with us. Oh my god. That said, we did think it'd be a little rude to change the plan behind your back, which is why I contacted you earlier asking what you thought about it. I was going to use it as an opportunity to suggest you book a hotel separately. But you insisted you had no interest in changing the destination. What? That's what that message was about? Yes. So, now that everything's clear, we'll be enjoying our holiday together now. Wait, where are me and my brother supposed to stay tonight? We hardly brought any money with us. You can't just leave us hanging out to dry like this. Oh yeah, that reminds me. There's one more thing that's more than just a little bit fishy. When I was talking to your husband earlier, he told me that you don't have a brother. What? I wonder who that guy you're with right now could be. I won't say anything, but I think I've got a pretty good idea. No, Anyways, let's both enjoy our holidays, shall we? See ya! Apparently, Cassandra and her brother ended up sleeping in the car in front of the luxury villa. It seems she was under the mistaken impression that the moms in our friendship group were actually the boss mom clique at kindergarten. She had convinced herself that I was the leader of the boss moms because of my active role in the group, and the purpose of her scheme was to overthrow me and claim my position. The thing is, the actual boss moms are a completely different group. As for the matter with Cassandra's brother, it turns out he's actually her lover. Her plan to use our mom holiday as camouflage to fulfill her dream of a night of steamy passion in a luxury villa was an abject failure. As her marriage fell apart, her husband hired a lawyer, and after half a year of squabbles and legal wrangling, the divorce was finalized, and her husband took custody of their son. Due to all the crazy shenanigans she pulled, she was forced to pay a much higher rate of compensation than usual. Her inability to control her sordid desires ended up pretty much ruining her life.
Hey, Carol, did you finish that stuff I asked you to do?
Good morning, Liz. That work you asked me to do? I'm not really sure what you're referring to.
Are you for real? That Excel file I asked for. I have to submit that file to Mr. Johnston by noon. I told you to have it done by then. Don't you remember, for God's sake?
Yeah, okay. I've got a pile of Excel files I'm working on at the moment. Can you point me in the right direction?
It's the one for the new account. I wanted you to add that total sequence to the file.
Total sequence?
It's used to provide a shortcut to data in a spreadsheet or something. Come on, you don't even know that? I thought you said you could use Excel.
Oh, do you mean token sequencing?
Huh? Anyway, Mr. Johnston asked me about it this morning, so I left it on your desk. I asked you to do it, so just do it. Got it?
Liz?
Yeah, what is it?
It's Mr. Johnston's job to assign work to other staff members, not yours. You're just a normal employee like the rest of us. What's more, you've only been here for a month or so. Actually, I have more seniority than you. TBH, you're not in a position to be giving me orders.
Huh? You're not serious. You're a contract employee. Don't act like you run this place. Everyone knows that a full-time employee has way more say-so than some mere contract employee. Everyone knows that. A full-timer has way more seniority than contractors. So, as an official employee of this company, you, the contractor, do as I say. That make you one of my staff members that I can boss around. Simple as that. Besides, you've only been assigned to this section for like a month. Give me a break. You're like 100 years too early to boss me around. Have I made myself clear? If so, get that total whatever done by 3 p.m.
You mean that token sequencing function, right?
Yeah, whatever, same thing. I'll tell Mr. Johnston that I made the changes, so when you're done, put that file on my desk, would you? Hey, did you get it done?
Yes, finished it over an hour ago.
Huh? See? If you put your mind to it, you can get it done. Okay, so what I want you to do next is...
The customer list, right?
Huh?
I put together that list through Access and updated it to the latest version. Oh, and that PowerPoint presentation you wanted. That's all ready to go. I placed that all in the new accounts folder. Just input today's date and you'll find it. If you relay the info to Mr. Johnston, he can access and use it right away during the meeting.
Hold on a second. Do you mean to tell me you got all that done in the last 2 hours?
Yes, that's right. I'm sure I got everything that you asked for. There's nothing missing, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, right.
If there is nothing else, my shift is ending, so I gotta wrap things up.
Not so fast! You're still in company's time!
I'm sorry. My folks are in town this week, so I want to spend as much time with them as I can. I already informed the section chief about leaving early this week.
Oh, yeah, alright.
Actually, I was supposed to leave before noon, but...
Oh, it's my fault, huh? Is that what you're hinting at?
I didn't say that. So that's the story. I better get going.
Hey, good evening, Carol.
Oh, hey Liz. I'm currently off the clock. Is there something you need?
About those files for the allocation process for that Monday meeting?
Next Monday?
My boss just asked me for a bunch of additional files for that account we're working on. He apparently wants it by 11 a.m. for the meeting with clients in the afternoon. I think it was scheduled for 2 or so get that done ASAP. This is really urgent. Okay, I'm counting on you.
Liz, hold on a second.
Huh? Not more of that belly aching, I hope. You're working for me. I suggest you do exactly what I tell you to do. Got it?
I have no intention of belly aching, as you put it. It's just that Monday. I already took the morning off. I informed the company several weeks ago. As I said, my folks are in town and we will be attending a friend's reception. Those events tend to go on forever, so what's more, the reception is a couple of hours away. A pretty long drive. Figured I should take the morning off.
Huh? You're not serious. You're being a bit self-centered, don't you think?
Excuse me?
For Pete's sake, you've only been at this company for a month. You're just a new hire. You really have the gall to take time off so soon?
Well, regarding my work preferences, I confirmed the company policy beforehand. I would not have taken the job if I wasn't free to choose my schedule. Besides, there is no company policy that I know of that says a contract worker can't take time off, even after a month of being hired.
Yeah, well, it may not be a company policy, but it's just common sense. Even if you're allowed to take time off, most employees won't, out of courtesy to the company.
Not sure about that. I think you're way off. There are certain labor laws. I doubt the company wants to run afoul of such laws.
Huh? What are you, a lawyer?
Maybe 10 or 20 years ago. That kind of thinking may have been the norm, but with a new and younger administration, work environment has changed drastically. There is no more working overtime out of obligation to the company. Recent labor laws are very beneficial to workers, you know, and that goes for both full-time employees as well as contract workers like myself.
Well, there may be such a policy in place, but we ignore that for the good of the company.
Didn't you take a week off to go on that vacation last week? What you're saying and your actions don't seem to coincide.
Don't give me that. I really can't believe you, Carol. You've only been here for a month and you talk like some know-it-all professor or something. So cheeky.
Well, anyway, I'm busy on Monday. I did everything by the book, and the company confirmed that it's okayed, so I have no intention of changing that.
Hold on a second, Carol.
If the boss assigned you the job, I suggest you take care of it. After all, it's your job.
No, I can't accept that. You be here early Monday morning. I expect those files by 11 a.m. Got it? I have every right to assign you this work. I'm a full-time employee here. You work for me.
Am I hearing you right? I mean, really? Are you being serious?
Of course I'm serious. You are really slow to catch on. It's common knowledge in this day and age. A full-time employee is way higher in stature than some part-time contractor like you. Let me put it real simple, so you understand. I am a full-time employee, which makes you my underling. So any job I assign you, that's coming from your superior.
Okay, I get it. That's how you perceive your current position at the company.
Yeah, I mean, it's common sense. You don't do what I say, and I have no other choice but to tell the boss and the other managers that you're an incompetent worker. Hey, Carol, pick up! Why aren't you here? You're supposed to be here in the office at 8 a.m. sharp. Come on, stop ignoring me! How many times did I tell you to be here? You know what this means, right? This is your boss. I'm giving you an order. Pick up.
Oh, Liz, good morning.
It's about time. Where the hell were you? Do you realize it's after 9 a.m.?
Yes, of course. What about it?
Where the hell are you?
I just pulled off to the side of the road to answer your text.
And so what time are you planning on arriving today?
I'm still on the road back. No way I can make it in the morning.
Are you out of your mind? What are you planning to do about those files I asked you to do? I told you to get those done by 11 a.m. Don't tell me you forgot.
I've said this countless times. I took the morning off. The office is aware of it.
Yeah, and I told you countless times. Your boss is telling you to do your job. I never gave you permission to take time off.
Well, you know what? I think you should take this up with your boss and see what he has to say about it.
Huh?
You can say you assigned your contract worker to do a specific job. She snobbishly turned you down. Really simple if you think about it, don't you agree? And you can add that you, as my immediate boss, commanded me to do a job, but I said I took the morning off and failed to show up. Then you could ask him what you should do about those files. That makes sense, huh? Seems like the only option you have.
Well, I could, but...
If that's all, I gotta get back on the road.
Wait, hold on a second.
I've already wasted time pulling over. I have to get my dad to drive since I have some spreadsheets to work on.
Spreadsheets? Does that mean you have the PC with you? Then why don't you start working on those files?
Sorry, goodbye.
Don't you dare cut me off! Carol, pick up! This is all your fault! Answer, for God's sake!
Hello, can I help you?
I thought you were coming to the office in the afternoon.
I am at the office. At the main office.
Main office? You're just a part-timer. What are you doing there? This is no time to be screwing around. This is all your fault. Do you realize the trouble you've caused?
Trouble? Me?
Those files I asked you to do. I couldn't get them in on time for the meeting.
Oh yeah, those files. Another staff member got those done in time for the meeting.
Huh? What the hell are you talking about?
Well, about the work you've been assigning me, I reported all that to Mr. Johnston, your boss. He took a look at the workload and reassigned the work to me and the other staffers.
Huh?
So regarding those additional files, Mr. Johnston knew I was taking the morning off, so he reassigned that to another staffer, who subsequently got it done in time, so no worries.
You've got to be kidding me! What the hell are you doing going directly to my boss? You're just a lowly contractor. You have no right to do that.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If I was a lowly contractor, I would never be able to do that. You're certainly correct about that.
What the hell are you blabbering about?
My boss gave me permission. I'm going to be straight with you, Liz.
What? What is it?
I just recently joined the HR department as a full-time employee.
HR?
I'm also related to the company president.
The president?
You know what? We're actually the same. New employees.
Wait, hold on a sec. What's going on here? What are you even talking about?
Well, it seems that section you're working in, apparently 5 staffers had quit in the last year. The main office thought it was strange and wanted to investigate why. Obviously, they had to get to the bottom of it. They chose me as a new employee and somebody nobody knew to work there as a contractor. My job was to monitor the situation and work environment of our section to determine the cause.
Not sure what you're getting at. What's that got to do with me?
Simply put, I was assigned by the main office to investigate your department.
Investigate?
I was able to monitor the environment of your department for the past month, and I did feel the entire atmosphere of the office seems a bit too relaxed. But the main problem was you, Liz. You were the main problem.
Me? What did I do that was so terrible?
Do you really not know?
All I've been doing is working and doing a good job of it, for your information.
The main problem was your brash attitude towards contracted workers. You even said it to me. A full-timer has way more seniority than contractors, and that I was your staff member.
Yeah, well, that was because...
Your thinking on such matters is completely mistaken. And regarding all that work you've been forcing onto other staffers, the reason is because you don't have a full grasp of how to use the software. We all know your educational background. Well, subsequently, we pressed your current boss and another manager about their relationship with you, and lo and behold, it seems they were regular customers at Starlight Lounge downtown, where you worked. We found that you had relations with them, and in exchange for your services, they promised you a full-time job at this company. Am I leaving anything out?
Hold it a second. How could you know?
And this relationship is still ongoing. For your information, Mr. Johnston and the other managers spilled the beans about this relationship and how you landed this job.
You can't be serious. This is not happening.
This is a problem. A big problem for our company. It goes completely against our strict compliance policies.
Can't we work something out?
Regarding you and the others, a judgment has already been made regarding this unfortunate situation.
This is not happening!
The manager of the HR department is on his way there to relay the consequences regarding this matter.
What's going on?
Actually, I'm typing this online in the cab. I'm headed over there right now.
You've got to be kidding me, right?
All right then, I will talk to you later. When we arrived at the office, all the people involved gathered into one of the meeting rooms. It seems Liz was working at the Starlight Lounge as a hostess to pay off her ex-husband after their divorce. Well, she managed to pay off her debt, but now needed a full-time job. Not just any job, but a stable office job. So she curried favor with those guys and landed a job in the company. As a consequence, these guys were demoted to mere office workers. What's more, they were transferred to far-off company affiliates. As for Liz, it was determined her educational background and computer skills were severely lacking, and as a result, she was subsequently fired. Mr. Johnston's wife obviously found out about the whole affair and demanded a divorce, and I hear he had to pay a significant amount as compensation. The head of the HR department's last words to Liz were, "Education and computer skills are important if you want to land a good position." Not really sure if she took it to heart though.